This video is about adding mixed fractions or mixed numbers. Okay, so again, the steps are the same. We always say you work first with the fractions, and then you add or subtract the whole numbers. So again, same rules apply as far as adding fractions. If this was 1, 6 plus 4, 6, I can add them because I have a common denominator. So our first step again when we're adding mixed numbers is look for common denominator. I have 6 and 6. Okay, so if the stack confuses you, there's nothing wrong with writing it out 6 plus 4 over 6. Okay, and now you know that that's 5 over 6. So 5 over 6 is my fraction. And now that I'm done with the fractions, I can add the whole numbers. 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, another one here's sixteenths. So again, I have 3 sixteenths plus 4 sixteenths, which is adding only the numerators or the parts, 7 sixteenths. So 7 sixteenths is my fraction answer. 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay, on the next one here, I have 1/5 and 3/5. So 1/5 plus 3/5 is 4/5. And then 4 plus 1 is 5. Couple more here. 7 sixteenths and 3 sixteenths. Okay, 7 plus 3 is 10 sixteenths. Now this one I can reduce that. Greatest common factor here is 2. So it's going to reduce that to 5 over 8. So 5/8 is my fraction part. 6 plus 3 is 9. Another one. Okay, so now we're going to get into where I don't have common denominators yet. So we're going to have to find equivalent fractions with common denominators. So if you remember the steps on this one, if I'm finding common denominators for my fractions, the first thing I do is I look at the larger denominator and I say, is that a multiple of the smaller denominator? In this case it is. Perfect, then I'm going to use eighths. So I only have to change the one fraction into eighths. So times that by 2. What I do to the bottom, I also do to the top. So 1/4 is equivalent to 2/8. Now I can add those together. So 2/8 plus 3/8 gives me 5/8. And now I can add my whole numbers, 7. All right, we got another one over here where we don't have a common denominator. So I look at the large one, 16. Is that a multiple of 8? Yes, it is. So I'm going to use sixteenths. So I'm going to find my equivalent fraction now. I'm going to times that by 2, times the top by 2. It gives me 6. Now I can add them together. 7 plus 6 is 13 over 16. Now I can add my 12 plus 9, which is going to equal 21. Couple more here. So we've got 2/3 plus 1/6. So again, is the large one the 6 a multiple of 3? It is. So I'm going to keep it in 6. I'm going to times this by 2. By 2 gives me an equivalent fraction of 4 over 6. 4 over 6 plus 1 over 6 is 5/6. Add up my whole numbers. 5 plus 3 is 8. Put that line across there so it's already there. All right, I've got a half and 8. 8 is a multiple of 2, so we're going to take this one up to 8s as well. Times 4 gives me 4 over 8. 4 over 8 plus 3 over 8 equals 7 over 8. 11 plus 4 is 15. All right, here we have one where we're going to have to find, we look at this, the larger one, 5 is not a multiple of 4, so I have to find the lowest common multiple. So the multiples are of 4, and wait for one that's going to be a multiple of 5. Remember, divisible by 5 or multiple of 5 has got to end in 0 or 5. So we're at 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. There we go. So we're going to go into 20ths here. So times 5 times 5 times 4 to get to 20ths there. So my equivalent fractions now are 5/20ths plus 12/20ths. So 5 and 12 I can add together to get 17 out of 20. And then 7 plus 1 is 8. We'll just keep on going here. This is way too much fun. Okay, I've got thirds and fourths. Lowest common multiple on this one, 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 it is. 4, 8, 12. Lowest common multiple. Okay, lowest common multiple. So now we're going to go to 12ths. We're going to go to 12ths. Okay, so this one's times 3 times 3 times 4 times 4. Gives me 4 over 12 and 3 over 12. Gives me 7/12. Now I add the whole numbers. 10 and 4 is 14. Let's do another one here. 3 and 6. 6 is a multiple of 3, so I'm just going to take this one up to 6. That gives me 4 over 6. Plus 1 over 6 equals 5 over 6. 7 and 4 equals 11. All right, I've got half and I've got eighths. So I'm going to go to eighths. 8 is a multiple of 2. Oh, hold up there, partner. Times 4 gives me 4 over 8. Plus 3 over 8 is 7 over 8. 11 plus 4 is 15. All right, that's how you add mixed numbers. Remember the steps. Add the fractions first. All the same steps apply there, so we have to have common denominators. All the steps as if it's just fractions. Add them together, get your fraction part done, and then add the whole numbers together. If you got any questions, just go ahead and rewatch the video because it's wonderful.